Hello, my sweet friends. Amy Love here, and I just thought I'd come on and show you what I was up to today. So, I kind of like to batch make things, and I have some journals and also some like ephemera packets I'm working on. And so, I spent a couple days last week when I had moments to steal away, printing out and cutting out the things I wanted to use. So I cut out the cards and some of the papers that I wanted to be on cardstock. And I went ahead and corner rounded all of the pieces. And I'm going to ink them too, but I don't like to ink them until I sew on them. So this is what I'm doing. I'm kind of just batch decorating the cards and pages. So some of them I will use like a zigzag stitch. Some of them I'll go all the way around. Sometimes I'll just do one side. Sometimes I'll just straight stitch around. I try to mix it up a little bit. And then I also do add like some like polka dot tulle is what I had out on my desk. I kind of just pull from scraps that I have on my desk because I always have like these giant scrap piles everywhere, but they're the best because who doesn't love a snippet? So I just kind of sew the snippets on and do decorative stitches. And then once I get them all sewn, then the next time I come around to this pile, I will ink the edges. So I just kind of do it in stages, right? Because I don't have a lot of time to create because I have a full-time job and I want to garden. And, I've been in the midst of garden planning, which has been amazing because I'm still buried in snow because I'm in the middle of nowhere, Maine. Although I am getting a hint of spring today because it has got to be 60 degrees, which is just crazy. And the birds are coming to the bird feeder, and the snow is starting to melt. I have the windows and the door open, and my dog and cat are loving every minute of it. My cat loves to go outside. I mean, only with us. He doesn't like go out and stay out all night long. He only goes out when we're out, or he goes out with his big brother, who is a German Shepherd. Um, but the winter, of course, is abysmal for him because he will not get off the porch. He will not stick a paw in snow. You can forget about it. So he's just, every time the weather gets nice and he goes out on the porch, he's so hopeful. But then you can see the disappointment because he's like, okay, there's still white stuff everywhere, so I can't get off of the porch. But soon, Jake, soon, you'll be able to prowl and it'll be amazing. So spring is definitely in the air. So I've been spending a lot of time planning my garden, and I'm also like getting ready. I'm planning a women's event at my church, and that is taking a lot of time because it's the first time I've done it and I want it to be great. So I'm really putting a lot of effort there. So it is nice to kind of have these little crafts to do when I have a minute. Like I can just batch sew these and I don't really have to think about it. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sew it and I'm going to sew stuff to it and it's going to be adorable. These are actually a combination of printables from several different people. I just went through the printables I had on my computer and I'm like, I want to make some journals, and then I picked out my favorite pieces that was in the color palette I kind of wanted to work with right now. And so that's what I've got here. It's the palest pinks, which, is my absolute favorite. And everything that I pretty much make goes with this color palette. So it's going to be fine. So I actually was off work today and I had some time this afternoon and I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and sew these up while I watch something on Netflix. I usually watch YouTube. I am a YouTube watcher. I like to learn things. I watch a lot of like cooking and homemaking and of course crafting and sewing. I watch a lot of sewing videos too. But today it was Netflix. So I do have a couple of guilty pleasures. My husband and I don't have a TV, so the only time I watch really any shows is when I'm on my own and I'm on my laptop. And I have Netflix because of the Great British Baking Show. It's my favorite show. I could watch all of the seasons over and over and over again. I just love it. So that's why I pay for Netflix. My secret's out. Aren't these gorgeous papers? So I printed these out on cardstock because I like to kind of sandwich a signature in a cardstock folder. So each signature in my journal will have like this cardstock folder around it. And I like to tie in my signature. So what I'll do is I'll sew in all the papers into this cardstock folder, and then the signatures I'll tie in to the book because I like the idea of being able to reuse a cover because I put so much work into my covers and I just think they're so pretty that I love the idea that you can kind of switch out the signatures in them. So that's what I'll be doing. So here I'm grabbing some laces. I have like a bird cage on the side of my desk that's just full of little lace snippets. They're just sticking all out of it. It's beautiful and I love it. So I'm really just pulling some things out of there, and I'm using up this pink polka dot tool that I had on my desk, and I use it up. So I am kind of in a use it up mode this year. I'm like, quit buying things and quit hoarding the things, and let's use the things. So I'm trying to go through them and use them up, as I can. So I just start pulling. I don't really have a plan. Like I used to like dig through my lace drawers and get a plan. I don't do that anymore. I just pull from whatever pile is closest because they're friends. There is just always a lace pile in my room. Several, actually, depending on what I'm getting into and which desk I'm at. So but these journals are going to be beautiful. I mean, the paper alone is beautiful and it doesn't need a lot of embellishing, but I'm of the mindset that it's got to have some snippets. Like everything needs some snippets. Snippets just adds that right touch. So I will be putting like some kits together for my Etsy store that are not a completed journal, but kind of like all the embellishments I've been making that I'll be putting in my journals. I will also make into a pack of, I guess, ephemera bits is what I'll call it, even though it will have some of these cardstock page or signature covers, I guess is what we're going to call them, in there. But it's going to have kind of a little bit of everything I've been making lately, which I have been having a good time in my snippet piles. If you've seen my latest videos, I have really been enjoying it. So snippets on all the things. We did some envelopes, and I think I did some paper doilies, just covering everything with the bits. So I did really enjoy this day. It was nice to have the windows open and be able to do some crafting with the breeze coming through and listening to the birds. It was a sweet day. I was blessed and I was happy to be able to do this and kind of show you, my crazy thought process, the way I batch work. And I just sew the things down really with not too much thought about it. And they're pretty. So I hope you enjoyed watching me work through this pile of beautifulness. And please leave me a comment and give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. And tell me what you're crafting. What are you guys up to lately? I'd love to hear from you. All right, I'll see you on the next one, everybody.